Dear friends, my name is Father Tom Jennings. I'm newly retired, and let's see, you were the second place I came for Mass after I retired. It was back in December. I don't know if you remember that. It was for the Holy Day. And I remember this section sang so fully. And is that still true, this section here? I made comments about it, and they said, well, the choir usually sits there. But tonight the choir's over there, perhaps? No? Everybody's the choir. Well, anyway, it's absolutely a delight to be with you a second time since I retired in October. And one thing that I'm enjoying about retirement is I have some time to explore. So I got here early enough today that I could explore Martin County. I didn't know much about Martin County except that you have a very good Perkins. You know, I would travel. I'm from Caledonia, serving out in Laverne for 15 years, so back and forth. I usually stopped in Fairmont to eat and to stretch my legs and so on. So I would have something to eat here in your town, and but I would never go further than just off the ramp a little bit. But today I went all the way down into Iowa, explored East Chain, because I'll be there tomorrow. I wanted to see it ahead of time. And this is such a beautiful, beautiful county. I didn't know that you had so much to offer here in the center of our state along the southern border. And at breakfast this morning, as I was eating my bacon, I discovered that Fairmont is the bacon capital of the USA. Did you know that? I didn't know that. You're the bacon capital. You have over 150 pig farms. Are there any pig farmers here? I encountered many on my way south this afternoon. No pig farmers here. Okay, they'll all be at Mass tomorrow. They're doing chores right now, aren't they? 1.7 million market pigs every year. Isn't that remarkable? 40 million over 40 million pounds of bacon are produced here every year. Isn't that something? I didn't know all this. I discovered this at breakfast in your welcome book, your welcome booklet. And it says here, Fairmont glows. It's a city of lakes and light. And I thought, oh my goodness, the Psalm this weekend, Psalm 27 says, the Lord is my light. And here the book says that Fairmont glows with light. And I found it to be very true. I heard confessions for a couple hours here before Mass. But I did sneak away to watch just a few minutes of the last girls' basketball tournament game. Did you see that? The Caledonia girls. Did you notice who had the Caledonia ball for the last time? Haley Jennings, my grandniece. Yeah, there she was. Did they win? No, they did not win. But it was a good game. The commentator said it was the best game of the tournament so far. So I did sneak away just to see the end. I wanted to see if Haley was going to do something magic at the end, and her ball did not go in. So anyway, but light. So Fairmont's a city of light. Now I found this to be true in the reconciliation room this afternoon. You know how the furniture is arranged in your confessional? It's arranged so that the one who sits in the chair is illuminated by the sunlight coming through the stained glass windows. And the stained glass windows, if you're familiar with this room, I'm sure, it's red and gold and blue and yellow, and it makes the face of the penitent luminous with God's light. It's the most exceptional thing to sit in front of someone who's coming to confession, and their face glows with the light shining through those stained glass windows. It's awesome. I wish you could have sat with me. I wish you could have sat on my knee and just seen the room filled with God's glory. It's true. It's true. Fairmont exudes light, God's light. So we had a great time in the reconciliation room this afternoon. All kinds of forgiveness was going on, all kinds of honesty, and God promised every single one who came today that you're going to leave this room full of confidence, joy, goodness, a lot less worry, a lot less fear, a lot less anxiety, and that's God's promise in that chair, right in that room. It comes through in that light shining through those beautiful windows. It's really amazing. So anyway, light. So Jesus comes to the mountaintop, and he's transfigured into this amazing light. But it's a light that does not blind like the sun. If you look at the sun, that can hurt your eyes. But when Jesus is as light, it's a light that draws you closer and closer. It's not sunlight, it's God's light. And it draws you in. It does not blind, it comforts. Jesus was transformed into light. And then it says, James and John and Peter, they built 3 tents. And that's very significant, 3 tents. What it shows, you have to understand the meaning of tents in the Holy Land. The folks set up tents for 3 purposes, 3 reasons to have a tent. And it's applicable to Martin County too, somewhat. In the Holy Land, the sun beats so bright that it burns your skin. You get sunburned. So you set up a tent to protect from getting sunburned. That's the first purpose of the tent. The second purpose of the tent in the Holy Land, of the 3, they put up 3 tents. The second purpose is to protect from the wind. When the sun beats down on the rocky surface, you have these little heat waves emanating from the rocks, and it creates a sudden burst of wind. The hot air moves, it is pushed out by the cooler air. You know how all that works. And it blows up sand. So the second purpose of a tent in the Holy Land is to protect from the wind blowing sand in your face. And then the third purpose is to protect from storms, a shelter from storms. There can be very wild and crazy storms in the Holy Land, and the tent was to shelter from the storms. And so the meaning of the 3 tents on God's holy mountain it's threefold, and it's the glory of the Lord. And you know what this means. I don't have to say it over and over. You know what this means. The glory of the Lord is found in those 3 tents. The Lord shields us, protects us, and is near to us. That's the threefold purpose of God's glory. So I invite you this weekend, just observe the nearness of the Lord, the protection of the Lord, and the sheltering of the Lord. That's God's presence. You know, Pope Francis likes to say that when he speaks of the nearness of the Lord, it's multi-dimensional. The Lord is always ahead of us to lead us. He's always behind us to give us a nudge, to push us if we fall behind, and to catch us if we get lost. And he's on each side of us to protect us. The same idea. God leads us. God catches us. God protects us. The nearness of the Lord. So the Lord is light. He is the light. It's not a blinding light like the sun. It's a light that draws us closer and closer to his sheltering and protecting presence. Such good news. Such good news. It's good news for Irish Sunday, right? Yeah. Now I asked the ushers. You're a reader. You and who's your partner? Yeah, Tom. Somebody. Did he stay? Did he stay or did he leave?
He's around.
He's around. Okay. So I asked these two gentlemen, was Fairmont founded by the Irish? And they said, oh no, not at all. Not at all. It was founded by the Polish. Well, then another man entered the room. Who was that? The third man. He entered the room. He said, I beg to differ. The Polish founded East Chain. East Chain is the Polish. But no one could quite tell me who founded Fairmont besides hog farmers. Were the Irish in on that? Huh? Oh, Father Fairmont? Father Fairmont founded? Oh, okay. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Just kidding.